Hey everybody, a bit of a different video coming up, and you might hear some fireworks in the background because I'm recording this on the 4th of July, and I spent most of my day looking for my Bernie Williams starting lineup figure, which I bought years ago, but I wanted to find it because I'm working on putting together kind of a Bernie Williams showcase series where I show all of the Bernie Williams stuff that I have, but I have no idea where that starting lineup is. Was searching everywhere for it. Started to dig through a bunch of boxes that were up in the closet. Still did not find it. But found a bunch of other random stuff, including that Orlando Hernandez thing there. And so I figured I'd make a video showing you some of the stuff that I found before I put it away again for like another 10 years. So it might be a long video with a lot of randomness, but there's some pretty cool stuff. So let's get started. Alright, so like I said, I did not find the Bernie Williams starting lineup figure, but I did find a box with some McFarlane figures, and one of them was Mr. Bernie Williams. And honestly, I do not remember buying this. I knew I had some McFarlane figures, but did not remember having Bernie Williams, so was pleasantly surprised to find that in there. Although I'm not sure if I have the stand for it. There were a few stands in the box where I found this, but not sure if any of them go with this. But still very cool to find this. Always liked these, always had some great detail on them. There you see it had the Yankees 100th anniversary patch on the sleeve and on the hat. And I also found a few other ones in there. Had an Alfonso Soriano one. This one I know for sure I have the stand for it. I used to display this one. A lot of this stuff I just packaged up when I moved and just never took it out of the boxes, because a lot of the stuff just gets in the way and gets dusty when you have it out for a long time. I also found this, which is not a McFarlane. This one's from Danbury Mint, Derek Jeter, but still a very nice one. A lot of detail on that one too. And you know that one's old because he's wearing his old Fila cleats. He had a deal with Fila like his first couple years in the majors, then he signed a big deal with Nike. But really like that one. And I also have the stand for this one, so I might try to display that one somewhere, although it is missing the bat, which I think I know where it is, but it broke off, so I'm gonna have to find a way to get that back on there. In that same box I found some other stuff. Some of these mini bobbleheads that were in Post cereals several years ago. Some of them have gone kind of yellow through the years. But I remember trying to put this set together back then because I thought they were pretty cool. But never got it done. There you got A-Rod, Jeff Bagwell, Ichiro, Sosa, and Giambi. Also found this little Yankee keychain. So as you see, I found a lot of little trinkets and stuff in these boxes. Also found this really cool Yogi Berra statue, which I remember was a Yankee Stadium giveaway several years ago. I don't have the original box for it because I remember the day that I got it, while I was watching the game, I put the box down and the ground was wet with like beer or soda or something, so the box got ruined, but still have the statue, which is pretty cool. Don't know exactly what year this is from. Maybe Mike Gutierrez knows. He's always good with a lot of these stadium giveaway stuff. But still very cool looking statue there. Let's move on to some baseballs that I found. None of these are signed baseballs. I've mentioned to a few people on here before that the only signed baseball I ever had was a San Francisco Giants prospect called Jacob Cruz from back in the 90s. And I got it in one of those retail boxes that gives you a guaranteed signed baseball, and on the back of the box they tell you all the great names you could possibly get. Then you end up getting somebody like Jacob Cruz. I held on to it for like a year or two, but once I realized he wasn't going to be anything, I got rid of it for like $8 or something like that. But all these balls are kind of themed baseballs. This one commemorating the '96 World Champion Yankees. This one just representing Puerto Rico, cause why not? Pretty cool. Here's a cool Derek Jeter one. Some of these photo baseballs are pretty cool. They have a lot of detail to them. Got the Yankee logo there. And I have some still in packaging here. This one for the Yankee 100th anniversary in 2003. Got some stars and stripes. Another logo right there. These would be cool to display if I had the room to do so. Got this one. This one was from Burger King, Paul O'Neill. I remember they had these. They had a few different Yankees. Here they have like a checklist. But you had to I think you had to buy like one of the meals and then you pay another $3 or $4 and you get one of these. But you couldn't get like whichever one you want. You had to get whichever one they had that week. So like I said, I only got the Paul O'Neill one. I see Bernie Williams has one. Gonna have to try to track that down. But those were nice too. Here you got just a random Kennedy Space Center ball from when I visited there many years ago. And last one here, another Yankee logo ball from 2001. Has a bunch of facsimile signatures on it right there. And by the way, I had all of these baseballs in this Derek Jeter upper deck bag. So as you're going to see throughout this video, I hold on to pretty much anything sports related. Now here are a bunch of these Pinnacle Inside cans. That was a set that Pinnacle put out in 97 and 98. Came with 10 cards inside. Really ended up liking that set. Bought quite a few of those. And the cans had different players on them, so collected a bunch of them. Here you had Tony Gwynn. Here you have Frank Thomas. Greg Maddux. And Cal Ripken. I think those were the only ones from 97 that I held on to. The rest of these are from 98. You got Roger Clemens with the Blue Jays. You got Nomar. Right here it tells you like the odds of getting the inserts and whatnot. You got another Cal Ripken. This was cool. This was Marlins World Champions one. Actually found that one in Florida when I was visiting Orlando. So definitely wanted to pick that one up. I think I also found this one in Florida, the Arizona Diamondbacks from the inaugural season. You got the Griffey. Another Maddux. A-Rod back in his Seattle days. And Mark McGwire. Here are some other random sports related cans. Got a couple of these Joe Namath Pepsi cans. I think Mike Line TV might have sent me one of those. Here's one commemorating the Yankees 1999 championship. So I don't really like chase this kind of stuff, but if I happen to find it, I pick it up and I hold on to it. There's one for one of the Giant Super Bowls, Pepsi can. These I really like, some old school NBA Sprite cans, Grant Hill. You got a young Kobe, back when he was wearing number 8. And Allen Houston. Pretty cool that Allen Houston got on a Sprite can. He was never really considered a superstar in the NBA, but here in New York, we all loved him. Also found some sealed boxes that I forgot I had. So this turned out to be a fun search through the closet, even though I didn't find the one thing I was looking for, which again was the Bernie Williams starting lineup, but found this complete set by Upper Deck from the first ever World Baseball Classic. Again, still sealed. Also found a bunch of these 2000 Fleer Tradition update sets. I remember that was a hot set for a while. It had some good rookies in there. I think the main one was Johan Santana back when he was dominating. I think you could also get some Mickey Mantle possibilities on some memorabilia cards. Let me see. I have 6 of these here, so I might crack some of those open eventually, see if I could get something out of there. Also had some sealed boxing wax. Shout out to Joe Zeppi1. I know he's a big boxing fan. You got KO from 91-92. A lot of packs in here. Wouldn't mind cracking these open to really appreciate the cards and possibly get them into a binder eventually, but right now I just don't have the room for it. Also had this one with Muhammad Ali on the cover. Pretty cool looking box right there. I think I only pay like $10 or something crazy like that for this. Boxing cards aren't really a big deal in the hobby, I guess. Also got some of these tins which are open. Stuff that I bought a long time ago. Upper Deck Sweet Shot. Just kept these tins because they're so cool looking. Also this one, 08 Sweet Spot Baseball. This one's more recent, from hockey, 2016-17. And this one actually still has a card in it. A box topper of Ryan Spooner. So again, sometimes I just kind of forget that I even have some of this stuff. Also found this box, and no, there are not any snacks in there. What's in here is a bunch of tickets from a lot of sporting events that I've been to. Don't have tickets from my first few baseball games, unfortunately. Just didn't think about holding on to them back then. First game I went to was in 95. The earliest ticket I have here is from 97. And the latest ticket I have, I believe, is from 2014. So I've not been to Yankee Stadium since 2014. Also have some Knicks tickets in there. Got a few Mets tickets. I think even some non-sport stuff. Got some WWE stuff. So if any of you are interested in seeing all of these, just let me know. Just don't want to go through all of them right now. And last few things here. These are pretty cool. What up, Nate? I know he got one of these not too long ago. These are these big folders based on the 1988 Topps. Got the front and back design. I have a few different players on these, but mine are pretty beat up because I actually used to use them to store stuff in. Got some old high school papers and report cards and whatnot in there. And this is actually a schedule from the 98 Yankees. For some reason I decided to print out a schedule at the start of that season and keep track of every game. Have no idea why I decided to do that, because I had never done it before and never did it after, but again, for some reason that year I decided to do it, and just by luck they ended up having an incredible season, and I kind of followed it along here. Would make little notes and whatnot. Like there it says structural damage. I remember that's when I think like part of the ceiling at Yankee Stadium broke off or something, and they had to go play at Shea Stadium for a few games. So just made like little notes and whatnot. So pretty cool. Glad I kept this just to kind of remember. Here I got a note when David Wells pitched his perfect game. So kind of cool memories looking through this. Here I marked down that they had a fight. That game was against the Orioles, so that might have been that Armando Benitez, Tino Martinez fight. Or probably not. That might have been 97. I don't know. The Yankees and the Orioles had a lot of skirmishes around that time. The Red Sox-Yankee rivalry was kind of weak during those years, but Yankees versus Orioles, they had a heated rivalry for a few years. Then in '99, the Red Sox kind of got good again, got into playoffs again, and faced the Yankees in the playoffs in '99. That kind of relit that rivalry. But yeah, like I said, got all my little notes here. Got El Duque Hernandez's debut right there. I actually went to go see him pitch later on that year because my landlord at the time, who was from Cuba, he was a big Orlando Hernandez fan. He had seen him pitch in Cuba. So we went together to one of the games later on that year, and El Duque pitched really well. Became a really big fan of him that year. So yeah, again, not even sure why I did this. Just something that kids do, I guess. But kind of cool. Glad I found that. Kind of made my day finding that. And like I said, I had a few other of these folders. Just found 2 of them here. Here's a Don Mattingly one. But I know for sure I have a Kirby Puckett one and a Tony Gwynn one. Just not quite sure where it is at the moment. But yeah, I always love how they design these just like the cards. And then this one I just have like some newspaper clippings, some stamps. And I also have a bunch of complete newspapers and some cereal boxes, but all that stuff was wrapped up in some bags and high up in the closet, so I didn't want to bring that stuff down. And this video has gone long enough anyway, so I'll end it right here. Hope you all found some enjoyment in seeing all this stuff. I'm sure I'll find some more of this type of stuff as I continue my search for that Bernie Williams SLU. So talk to you all again soon.